Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SETI Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I'm your host, Daniel, and with me, as always, for the last time in this crazy year.
Wow.
No,
That's the first I've learned of it.
It slipped out. This is the Dark Mirror Universe episode. No, the last time in 2021, I have Darren and Philip, guys. We are recording between holidays, so how are things going so far?
Does this mean we're approaching our mid-season hiatus? Do we get one of those? Everybody's
Mid-break?
getting one of those, so I think we should get a hiatus. No hiatus for us. Christmas was good. I've been listening again to one of our oldies, just from last year, but episode 200 of City Alpha 3, where we talked about Christmas specials in Star Trek. It's always fun when we just come up with crazy stuff out of nowhere and laugh about it. But I don't know. I had one thing on my Star Trek list for Christmas. Being a completionist, I still don't own the 7th season Blu-ray of TNG because I have so many ways to watch it, and I have all the others, but I think I have it in my wish list, and it's like, this product has dropped like 78% since you put it in here, because I think they were all like 100 something when they first came in. It's now like
just crack the technology.
It's like $48 or something now, but anyway, so it doesn't mean I'm going to watch less Star Trek if I don't get that, but it'll sit nicely on my shelf next to the others.
I forgot that when they came out, they were like $130 or something
they were
like that.
Really expensive.
Oh man, that was crazy. And they had those Fathom events. Yeah. That was cool. None of that going on now. But Philip, what about you? Did you get anything under your Christmas tree? Do they have Christmas trees across the pond? I don't know how that works, but
I didn't get anything. We should have had a small Christmas, not in a bad way, but it's just the two of us. Our first Christmas here in the UK, and my parents sent over some gifts. But of course, shipping cost a lot, so that's always a thing. But that was nice of them to do so. So I didn't really get anything Star Trek related. I've started a new Star Trek book. It's Treaties Law. It's the 4th book in the Day of Honor series. So it's TOS era, because each of the books is a different brand. It's like, I think it goes DS9, Voyager, something. Oh no, it goes because it's 2 Worfs. So it's either DS9 TNG or TNG DS9. Then the Voyager one, of course, is B'Elanna, and so this one is going to be sort of TOS, Kirk, and Klingon. So, but I just started, so that was pretty cool. I was tempted. I was out shopping, and they had, I forget how much it was, but it was maybe like £10 or something. It wasn't anything that much, but it was
and that's money, right? not weight.
10 pounds of books or something. Yeah.
It was the pop version of Saru, and because I don't necessarily like Discovery, but I'd still like to support the franchise, and if it's a good product,
we all like Saru. We don't like Discovery, but we like Saru. I mean, that is.
I went back and forth because I mean, the thing about Saru, of course, is that he's so tall. So with a pop figure, he's mostly head with a little body, and so you don't really get the full Saru-ness, just like this weird alien head. I mean,
like if every single character was like marginalized to the exact same height, even though they're not.
Yeah, and so I was tempted, but I didn't end up getting it. But I one of the things, tangent briefly, was it a year ago or a year and a half ago that we got, I don't know if it was Michelle Paradise or whoever was announced as the new Star Trek franchise person or marketing or whatever it was, and we were all like, oh, I guess that's going to mean like Star Trek merch is going to.
That's right.
That's right. That. Yeah.
I was going to say explode. I'll say happen. But there just hasn't been in the past year and a half. I mean, I'm not trying to say like golden years of Playmates and all, but I mean just anything. And I mean, there've been little things.
A tweet or a post from Doug Drexler who said that they had wrapped up not this year's but the following year's Ship of the Line calendar, and I guess they've been doing that for like 20 years at least. Like, it's been consistent that they've come out with a new one every year. So that's really cool though. that's a continued thing.
Because it feels like the and I'm sorry, I do like the Walmart Target test. Like, if you don't see the toy there, then I mean, like, you can go to, like, you can see the Eagle Moss, which, that's good stuff. But I mean, I'm talking about like stuff, and I think you hit what are the tall dolls action figures, but like the old fashioned GI Joe.
Yeah, like a 10-inch line or a 12-inch line.
I've seen like some of those discoveries, because that's kind of a thing now for a lot of figures. Yeah. So I've seen like Michael, not in person, but just that they exist. I've seen Michael Burnham, and I think they have a Saru one too. I think those are at Target and other places. But like, there's just no, like, I would think about a Discovery phaser or a tricorder, but I mean, they just don't exist.
Or you'd think there'd at least be Prodigy toys. I mean, Prodigy
even
is
that,
like,
sure,
that's like,
yeah.
if it's gonna, I mean, I was thinking at first Lower Decks, but I'm like, that's kind of like the RoboCop toys where you're like, should you be liking this property, child? I don't know. But yeah, but Prodigy, like, my gosh, we need a Murph plush. I don't know about you guys, but my daughter is like, she's crazy about Murph, and
could be one of those in the 90s Nickelodeon slime is always the big thing. You just have a slime Murph.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But anyway.
Just with a bunch of glitter.
The Medusan is just like a pressurized cylinder, and it's like if you open it up and let it out, then the Medusan dies. It's gas.
But like Lower Decks Pops, I think those would work well in Pops form to get the four of those people in.
Yeah,
I could see that. Or I was thinking, can you go buy a Discovery like you said, like off a Target shelf or
Eagle Moss is going to come out with.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go to StarTrek.com, guys, because if I know anything, that's going to have ads for products right on the.
You can buy a Ritos
page.
shirt there. I think I'm pretty sure.
It's not in it wasn't in the UK Star Trek shop last time I checked. What is on my wish list? I want a Ritos shirt, but because when I go on, but when I go on like Amazon or eBay or like not like too tangential from being legitimate, but I can never tell if the lettering's right. Or you know what I'm talking about, like the font and the right. Spacing. Like I can't tell if it's what it's supposed to look like or not, because I'm trying to remember what Disco looks like and Ritos. But anyway,
yeah, that would be one of those things that you'd want to buy from CBS.com or whatever. But any luck, Darren?
They have Factory Entertainment reveals First Contact Borg Queen skull replicas.
Okay,
because
on the list.
That's a thing. Yeah, it's literally like the end where,
you're
half
breaking
of her.
It?
Yeah, it's like the exposed skull and half of a spine. Yeah, so that's a thing.
See, I think
it looks pretty cool, but I would almost not know it's Star Trek if. Yeah,
it's so interesting to me because like. Clearly, Star Trek is working for Paramount. Like, obvious, like that's a tentpole franchise on all of their Paramount Plus, advertising, and it's like it must be making some amount of money. So why haven't they increased the merchandise? It seems like an easy win.
Because they want you to spend all that money on that subscription, Daniel, not on actual
that mad
product.
Money.
Speaking of which, I had a very bad experience with Paramount. I was going over, because it's the year end, I was going over some financial stuff, and I'm like, why am I getting charged, I think $15? I was getting charged for Paramount. I'm like, I did the $9 basic plan. So at some point last year, they switched me to the premium Showtime plan, which I have no interest in and I've never watched ever, not once. So I was like, I contacted them and they were like, sorry, we can't do anything. I was like, okay, fine. Well, screw you too. Anyways,
you could have gotten the $150 US Borg Advent calendar, which looks like it had like a mug. And I mean, it looks like it had cool stuff in it, but like that's a lot of money for
there was someone in my
24 high quality festive gifts.
I don't know. There was someone in my Star Trek club here in the UK, and I don't know what version she has. I'll have to ask her. But she would post everything from her Star Trek Advent calendar. And it was like knickknacks, but some of it was like good cool stuff. So I don't know if that was the one she had.
You could spend like 3 times that on a $500 Playmobil Star Trek Enterprise. So there's a toy.
I did see someone had posted.
Thing is huge. My God.
Someone had posted their Tom Paris plate. And Mike McMahon had retweeted it.
It is 40 inches long, guys.
What kind of is it plastic?
It's the Playmobil Enterprise, but like the bridge opens and is big enough for the Playmobil figure. So the whole ship is 40 inches long.
It's too long.
And
that's almost 4 feet.
Yeah.
They are the those like almost Lego looking like
they're Playmobil. They're about like 5-6 inches tall.
Yeah.
It fits in their system.
And it's the original Enterprise, I assume then?
Yes. Of course. Why would
That's the only Enterprise. Yeah.
Of course.
Sorry, the Enterprise D is 85 feet long.
Oh man!
I mean, out of all the things, because I use my Enterprise
Rio
pizza
sweatshirt.
The pizza cutter. Yep.
I use that a lot. I mean, the Discovery though, that is the most obvious one that deserves its own pizza cutter, so you can have the spinning sauce. Yes.
And it wouldn't even.
But then the detached cells would be hard to float around.
You could put Darren. It's easy. You just put a little plastic bar, clear plastic bar where those are, and then you put like a little gear which matches up with the inside ring, so it goes the opposite way when you're trying to cut your pizza. Listen, this is a premium idea here, Paramount. What are you people doing? I will say, and we talked about this a few weeks ago. They did announce a new Star Trek video game. A traditional single-player Star Trek video game.
That's right.
Which we haven't gotten since 2011. So that is actually pretty exciting. So hopefully that's something of what they're doing.
And I'm surprised, Daniel, because you said, and I'm quoting you, that the 2009 and Into Darkness game, like after that, there should have just been no more Star Trek games because that's the pinnacle. Is that what you said?
Definitely what I said. Absolutely, definitely. Oh man, that game was hot garbage. All the way around. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so the Playmobil, you could take off the top and it's big enough for all the characters in the saucer. And there's even a little engineering for Scotty down below. He can be not involved with but it's like a freaking coffee table size thing. It is massive.
The actual ship looks really nice. I'm surprised. I was expecting it to be blockier.
Are pretty good.
What's the USB thing for?
That's for powering the lights. I'm
my
sure.
Goodness.
I like how in the promotional picture, they have 3 grown people.
Yeah.
I don't want to stereotype what Star Trek people look like, but they don't look like Star Trek people. They look way too cool.
And now they're hanging it from string. It has like
Does it come with string?
But it has it has this like hook thing, and it looks like those go through certain spots.
I mean, it's cool if they have that.
I'm just gonna get the DeLorean and the A-Team van, guys. I don't need the Enterprise.
I've always wanted to. Sorry, I don't want to tangentialize, but like ThinkGeek used to have it. I'm sure they still do. And I've seen it elsewhere.
ThinkGeek is dead.
But I want a remote control DeLorean. I mean, I've always wanted one of those.
So lots of things we could have bought. So Star Trek Merc isn't dead, but it's
well,
it could use. Let's just say 2022 could use some improvement. Let's pick it up
for sure.
We are able and willing to spend some money, and we'd like to do it on some cool stuff.
Don't tell me supply chain. You guys aren't doing it.
Yeah, you can still buy plenty of.
I'm
Star Wars
still
stuff.
waiting, and this is Diamond. Well, whoever, I don't think they exist anymore. But whoever's doing it, I still don't have my Enterprise C, guys. It's been like 20 years. Come on, Enterprise C. Let's make it.
I just put my Enterprise C ornament away when we put our Christmas tree down. So,
and then did the timeline change back to what it should have been?
It did. Everything got much brighter. It was nice. Obviously, we're doing a little bit of a more free-form show today because we just kind of chatted about merchandise for 15 minutes. But let's reflect a little bit on the year that was. As we head into the new year, let's talk about Star Trek in 2021. And what did we get? What did we get new? I mean, we obviously got Discovery. Well, the ending of Discovery.
We got Prodigy, a brand new show.
We got brand new Prodigy. And we got season 2.
We got 5 episodes of it. Then we kind of stopped. But it was cool.
Got Lower Decks season 2.
Got Lower Decks season 2. All of that, and the ending of season 3 of Discovery and the beginning of season 4. So, how did you guys feel? What do you guys think overall about 2021 in Star Trek?
There was no Picard in 2020. Am I right? It's been a long year. I'm trying to remember.
I think that's been right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A year and a half. Anyway, sorry. A long time between series. But
he's an older guy. You know, you got to give him a break.
I'm trying to remember Star Trek Discovery season 3 in the future. I got it. Okay. Well, obviously, we're all on the record not Discovery fans, but I mean, it worked. They set it in a different time period. They went to the future. That's working for them. That's where they are. So I mean, that was a new thing that they did, and that was sort of, I guess, they sort of did Brian Fuller's vision of having the anthology, because it's sort of like Klingon War, just Mirror Universe. Captain people. Pike. There was kind of it's the same cast, but they kind of did different things every half season or whole season, and so now they're in the future, and I think that's where they are. I mean, I don't think it's gonna. We're in season 4; it hasn't changed. They're still in the future doing stuff, so I think that's where we are. But
I think so, and again, I mean, Prodigy, I think had a really strong start. It's so far seemed to be a very liked show. We really didn't know what it was going to be like, because it's like, well, what is this Nickelodeon show, and is it going to, be really dumbed down? But it's like, I really like all the characters. We have lots of Janeway, and it's predictable, but
it's my favorite of the what's his name? Who runs Star Trek now? Kurtzman. It's my favorite Kurtzman.
Oh, even over
show.
Lower Decks.
I think so. I mean, yeah, because I think Prodigy has edge of this. Because I think Lower Decks is candy in a good way.
That's true.
But I think Prodigy, every episode has had me on edge of my seat, and
you actually don't know what's going to happen, and it's kind of exciting.
I was gonna. Thanks for volunteering that information, Philip. I was gonna ask, what do you guys like? What is your favorites? We have now 4 released new shows, with one hot up and coming one. But Darren, what do you think? You think Lower Decks is?
I'd say Lower Decks is number 1 for me. I really enjoyed season 2. It was a lot of fun, and I think we'll always love more pairings than the pairings we get. I think they gave us a lot of good stuff, and it again, the finale of Lower Decks season 2 was great Star Trek. Like the mission and saving the other ship and how everyone pulled together. Like that was like a TV movie. I loved it. Like that would have been amazing. And then probably Prodigy after that. Really interested to see where it goes. My daughter's been enjoying it with me, and I haven't watched any Discovery, so that's, I guess, end of my list.
Yeah, no, I can't say Prodigy, even though I think it probably will be, only because I feel like we still don't have enough of it. The 4 episodes that we got, right? 4 or 5 episodes, whatever.
5, but they
count the pilot twice.
Yeah, the pilot twice. Yeah. So technically 5, but it's listed as 4. Yeah. Not that that's confusing at all.
Those episodes that we got have been really good and interesting, and like I don't really have a lot of complaints about it. It's just that I don't know where it's going still, even like, and that's like now.
What 2 hours of television? Like it's nothing, because it's a short show and there's only been 4 of it. So we need more.
Yeah, and this isn't a criticism at all. I love what they're doing. That it's almost like those 4 episodes, 5, are almost the TV movie pilot, because
they are.
We haven't seen, like you said, you don't know where it's going, literally, because
they just activated the protostar drive. Like we don't even know anything yet. It
literally, and then when they warped off or whatever we're calling what they're doing, like we have no idea where they're going. Like
ludicrous speed.
Yeah, what's the point of the show now? And I mean, and again, in a good way, I'm really wondering, like, what is the plot now? Other than like the kids have found the ship, they know what it is, they know who they are, they're a team, and now what? And so I'm looking forward to that next one.
Yeah, but like Darren, I have still frustrations with Lower Decks, but obviously it ended fantastically, and there was actually a couple really good episodes this season, and like you mentioned, Philip, I do think of it almost as like I don't look at it the same as other Star Treks, because it's not supposed to be treated that way. It's extra, it's fluff on the top, it's just but it can be good filler. Like the filler can be good stuff. It's just I kind of wish they would dial back on so much references, and actually, because when they do stuff and go out like the last episode, which was an actual adventure and there was stakes and stuff, like it's better when like that happens. So I hope season 3 continues the trend, because I think 2 is better than 1, and I hope that continues. So
need more holodeck adventures. Things haven't broken on the holodeck in a while.
Are you saying the return of Badgie?
Oh yes, Badgie.
Wow,
Badgie's never gone.
Yeah, so that was the year of Star Trek. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing?
I feel like it seems like that doesn't seem to fill the whole year. Was there just a big, huge like summer off for Paramount Plus? What was?
Oh yeah,
it seemed like Discovery, right? Nothing, and then everything in the past 4 months.
I think if memory serves, Discovery probably ended like beginning of March or something, right? And then we didn't get Lower Decks until summer, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah. Because it seems like it's been straight on, it was, Lower Decks.
It certainly feels like it, yeah.
I mean, and then just the gap between season 3 and season 4 of Discovery just seems like a whole year.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, again, and whatever, but like, in the grand scheme of things, there's not that big gap between season 3 and season 4. I mean, in real time of Discovery, whereas Picard is again between season 1 and 2. It's going to be like a large gap. I mean,
Picard will have aged substantially in this 5 days.
He won't because he's got a robot body now, Darren.
That's right.
I don't know. Patrick Stewart's elixir of life is starting to wear off. He's actually getting up there in age, but
yeah, he is.
And then, I mean, again, more Star Trek versus less is always good. Well, should be good. I won't say always. But now where does this leave Strange New Worlds? Sorry, I know you're talking about this year. But then in the schedule, like, I know we don't have any date about Strange New Worlds, but this sort of pushes it like coming May 2022 or something.
Well, let's do it. Let's move into 2022 and talk about the year that is to come, because there is seemingly now an endless amount of Star Trek.
Was it the ghost of Star Trek past, Star Trek present, and Star Trek yet to come?
Yeah, so okay, just obviously off the top of my head, we're mid Discovery right now. Prodigy is apparently coming back and coming in and then leaving and then coming back. I actually assume Lower Decks season 3 is this year, and I know they've announced it, but I don't know if it's been officially said. Oh, it's coming out this year. We're getting Strange New Worlds this year again, presumably? Question mark.
That's the thing. Like, it feels like they're not committing to any sort of day. Like, I honestly I just wait. I just sit back in my chair and wait. And it's like, hey guys, Strange New Worlds comes out in 2 weeks. Great. I didn't even know that was coming right now.
Do you remember that last year for the Super Bowl they had that Paramount Plus promo,
the mountain one where they're
on the mountain with Spock and Pike, and like that was a year ago.
I know, it's a long time.
We haven't really seen anything since then.
Apparently, takes a long time to make Star Trek if you're making it nowadays. Which, I mean, maybe that's part of that's like. I mean, yeah, I'm sure these episodes cost more to produce. The model is different. The effects are heavier.
COVID.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not like the 90s where you just had everybody on the stage and you just cranked out these episodes, and did, I mean, I'm not saying we need to go back there, but
20 episodes, 22 episodes.
Yeah, it was like 24 was the average for Star Trek every season. It's like, that's a lot. And now we're like lucky if we get 8 or 10.
Well, I know I was just looking at an article. Of course, I mean, they, whatever, but like, they actually don't know how many episodes season 3 or season 4 of Discovery is. I mean, that can't be right. You don't know how many episodes. I mean, it's already done, right? They filmed everything. Like, it's done, right?
Someone pointed out as well that we hadn't gotten the season 5 of Discovery approved announcement. Usually that happens.
I thought we had. Had we not?
I don't think we have. It's because someone pointed it out, because usually we get that right when the season airs. They say, and it's been approved for the following year or the following season, but we just haven't.
It could have been, what they do, what they have been doing recently too was like, at
the end,
whatever has been renewed for both season 2 and 3. Like, they've been doing that like really early on. So maybe they did that before. I can't remember specifically for Discovery, but
maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to go the full 7-year run. I'm not sure. But listen, guys, we have, and this is all just supposition. Do you guys think that there's a big whiteboard in Alex Kurtzman's office where he has like
whiteboard is too permanent? I'm thinking Post-it note clusters at best.
Because like it's so interesting. Like we were talking before the show about they've split Prodigy. at least 2 times, possibly 3 times, to kind of fill the gaps where the other shows aren't.
Kids won't care. It's not like they have summer break all the time where they don't get to watch their stuff.
Kids notoriously have long memories, so we can just 3 months from now they'll pick up from the last episode.
Well, who knows? Well, maybe Darren, you would know. I guess most of all of us. Maybe they've been showing Prodigy those 4 episodes nonstop on Nickelodeon at this point. I don't know. But,
I don't know. I don't know. Granted, I think Prodigy, it seems like they're purposely writing it. Like Philip said, the first 5 are kind of the pilot chunk, and then the next 5 are probably going to be the inciting vector of the story chunk, and then the rest is going to be like the episode of the week chunk. That's how I'm guessing it's going to be. But granted, I can't see them doing. I'm surprised they're doing it with this. Have we had hiatuses in the other shows?
I don't, because they're so short. They can't. It doesn't make sense, honestly. When you have like how many seasons or how many episodes was Picard? 8? Am I just making that up?
Picard, no, but like Discovery would be the only one it would have been in. I can't remember.
I feel like we always got a break, at least a couple of weeks,
like a 2 or 3 week break in the middle. I think you're right.
But what do you guys? So in terms of 2020,
sorry, these are seasons, Philip. I know you call them like
series. Yes.
Series.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know why.
So I want you guys to break down. I want you guys to break down what you're most excited for. In descending order.
The announcement of Star Trek 4 coming to films.
Because I don't want to say like Lower Deck Season 3 when I really have no idea when that's coming out. So that could be in 22, or I know it's between now and First Contact. So somewhere in those intervening years.
Let's just say,
I know, I'm trying to write down what's the possibility.
Let's just say they have their ducks in a row for this whole year. Okay. Let's just say that they've really planned very well.
So it's Discovery, it's Picard,
they have all of them.
It's Discovery, Prodigy.
Yeah.
And are we saying Strange New Worlds?
Of course. Well, we have to have Strange New Worlds.
You say, of course, like it's a done deal.
I think Strange New Worlds would be... I think they would push everything except Picard for Strange New Worlds at this point. Because they filmed Strange New Worlds last year. It's like been in the can for so long at this point. I think... That's the one that we'll get that. It's going to be like a surprise announcement. Oh, it's March 1st. Here you go. Here's Strange New Worlds.
Make sure you put down Unknown 6 show that they're just going to pull out of thin air. Because, they could. They could.
It's called, what was that other show they were going to make?
Short Trek Season 3.
Are we good? Have we skipped a Short Treks? Because we got Short Treks between 1 and 2. Yep. We got Short Treks between 2 and 3. Sure. So we did not have one between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Which it was sad. I mean, I didn't like them all, but it was fun to experiment with some short films. So I was sad that they didn't do that anymore.
And now that they have 5 or 6 shows running concurrently, you could easily fill a short trek with each series. You could do a Prodigy short trek. You could do a Lower Decks short trek. That
crossover short trek. Have all the animated and everybody in the same turbo lift or shuttle or something.
So there is I don't know if this is even interesting to talk about, but there is a fan theory that essentially that's kind of what they're building now with this Kurtzman
universe
era Star Trek.
No, but it's all split up though.
Well, of course, but Darren, it's Star Trek. There's no time or dimensional barriers that can't be overcome through whatever. So, of course, there's going to be a big crossover event at some point.
I mean, it would be interesting. I'd be up for it. I mean, can't be worse.
So that would obviously be between Picard, Discovery, and Strange New Worlds, because those are in 3 different eras of time. Because you can't, I mean... As fun as
I want animated.
You can't.
Lower Decks Discovery.
It looks totally different.
I want animated.
How would
Discovery.
you do that?
You just animate it. It's easy.
Or no, you would have to bring the characters into real life. That's the only way you could do it. It would look ridiculous the other way.
I'm sure there are ways.
They brought Riker's been in every incarnation at this point almost. So.
Look, Janeway is in Prodigy, and we know that's not how Janeway looked. It's just a different interpretation of Janeway.
True.
So you can fudge those things.
Chakotay is supposed to show up in some form that we don't know about.
They say it is. I bet the way they were hyping it, I thought it was going to be next week, and then all of a sudden they're on hiatus. So maybe Chakotay scared away the rest of the season, and they put a break on. I don't know. So wait, so we're trying to rank our excitement levels.
Well, what's yours, Daniel?
Here's the thing. I would say I'm probably not super excited about any of this stuff. I would say I am cautiously optimistic about
Book of Boba Fett, number 1. Okay.
It starts technically this year, so.
No, the funniest thing about that, not to get off on a tangent, I used to be a huge Boba Fett fan, super awesome. Like, it's kind of cool they're bringing that same guy back, and then, like, I'm not going to watch it. I didn't even watch Mandalorian Season 2. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Oh, you're missing out.
I know, I really want to get back to Mandalorian.
You should.
Season 2.
I mean, I don't want to hype it up too much, but it is very good.
I really liked Season 1. I thought it was
Season
awesome.
2 of Mando was really good. You should watch it.
And it basically acted as a pilot for every other series. So,
pretty much.
You know.
Yeah, you want to talk about the Mandoverse. Like, they're building a lot in this moment of Star Wars history, which is really fun.
Or at least plan to.
Some are getting canceled, but, you know.
Yeah, I saw a post about...
literally or figuratively.
Guys, when's Section 31 happening? Are we putting that on the list?
Well, no matter what, that's on the bottom of my absolute bottom of my list. Remember Ash Tyler? Whatever happened to that guy?
Oh, he went off to do another show.
I saw him in something else today.
We talked about that.
Yeah, he's doing the prequel 2000 League series. He's going to be Captain Zuma.
1,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
So I would say, I guess I'm most, quote unquote, excited for Strange New Worlds. I think it'll be fine. I hope maybe that they stick to what the marketing speak that they've kind of said so far about episodic. It's a return to classic Trek. That would be really cool and refreshing. I mean, like opposed to something like Discovery, where we don't have to deal with this ongoing
I need 60s
nonsense.
music. 60s era. Da, ba, ba, ba,
That would be great.
Here it is, Daniel, once again, talking about how much he loves prequel series.
Yeah, I don't love that. I mean, but I really like...
And there'll be no canon issues at all that we will ever talk about.
Of course, everything's
Ensign
going to
Cook
be...
reporting for duties.
Who cares? The Star Trek canon now is Swiss cheese.
Baby
there's no way you can
Tweckoff,
put it together.
who's 5 years old, sitting on his mother's lap.
God. Oh my God! In walks a shadowy figure. Who is it? Oh, it's Savick. What is Savick doing on the Enterprise in Strange New Worlds? No, you're doing it all wrong.
Bones is a teenager somehow.
Trelane and Q, my old friends.
They're gonna do it. That's why I said it's my most anticipated.
I want this to happen. I want them to meet everyone we've ever seen in TOS, and every time Spock is off the bridge for some reason. That they have to invent some reason. Spock's in the bathroom. He's in a shuttle. He's somewhere else, and so.
Oh my gosh!
I would put that at the top of mine. What about you, Darren?
Yeah, I'd put Strange New Worlds as at the top of my list. I think I'm really interested. It's kind of dragged its feet a bit. Like, I know a lot's been going on and COVID and all that, but it's like I feel like this show should have come out this year. Like
that sort of
delayed.
Captain Pike goodwill.
Yeah.
It can only carry the
so
ship
much.
so far.
Yeah, because I mean that's off of what season 2 of Discovery.
And we're midway season 4 now.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, remember that show? Maybe they're giving more space because this is actually season 2.5 of Discovery. I mean, it kind of is, but but no, I'm looking forward to it. I think he did a great job in that, and I want to see more of the Enterprise. We all love the Enterprise.
What about you, Philip? What is your most...
I'll be different here, and I mean, I guess I don't have to list why because I've talked about it already, but Prodigy is my number one. I guess I'm not excited that it's just giving me like 4 episodes every 4 months.
You have to chew and swallow your episodes before we'll give you more.
What is this, a British show? Goodness. But yeah, Prodigy. I mean, Strange New World is my number 2. Again, because of the unknown element. I mean, I'm not one of those like, it's probably going to suck. But no, I'm not being like that. But
we just don't know a lot about it.
We just don't know a lot. I mean, there's a mix of talking about Strange New Worlds now. There's a mix of newness, with new characters, and there's this mix of legacy characters, Uhura, Chapel, doctors whose name I can't remember.
We need Eric's, okay? I want Eric's to show up on the bridge.
What, Cadet Eric's?
Canon.
Cadet Eric's?
I don't care. a 3-armed person.
Yes. But yeah. So, and of course, how many episodes will that be? And then
when is its hiatus? Because
yeah. And will Prodigy have enough episodes to fill that hole?
Yeah. But and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. But then I'm also like, what else are they going to do? I mean, I'm talking merchandise, but not necessarily just merchandise. But like, I don't know. It'd be cool that the shows are just more than shows, of course. And that's why we, But it just seems like they're just shows at this point. So.
I want to talk a little bit real quick about Picard season 2. I
have that as 3. If we're including Lower Decks, it's 4.
Yeah, it would roughly be towards the bottom of my list.
Above Discovery, right? Above Discovery.
Yes. I mean, we know Guinan is going to be in it, and
theoretically,
Q
for sure.
But it's like.
Back in time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's the time travel. I totally forgot they were doing the time travel.
Parallel universe, multiverse, Doctor Strange. Wait, no, wrong one. Sorry.
The end of that.
It's hitting all the
season,
wrong notes for me to get excited about it.
Well, the end of season 1 left me feeling wanting, and it was like, dude, I'm not like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? I really don't care. Like, how many times were we yelling about Dr. Death woman and like not getting any punishment? And we're like, Lower Decks was more Star Trek than this. Like, I don't know. Like, what are we supposed to... Like, there were some great parts. Like, I liked the holograms and, the multi-personalities and some of that. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of story they're trying to tell with Picard.
Yeah, I remember early on getting frustrated with Picard, and we were talking about it like, but we can't get too upset about it because...
Like, every time they did the flashback to the droid uprising or whatever, like that was more interesting than anything that was happening in the current time. Yeah.
Well, a lot of the setup, which was almost entirely ignored, a lot of the background stuff was way more interesting than the story we got. Half the season was set on a Borg cube that they just left behind because they were done with it. I think
one of my biggest...
fly the Borg cube through a transwarp conduit and crash it on the planet?
Yeah, immediately. Yep.
Yeah, boom. No more Borg cube. And the Borg all died. The Borg all got sucked out. Borg solved.
Yeah, because Borg can't survive in space.
Because of evil...
First Contact says otherwise. They walked on the surface of the Enterprise.
I don't know. I think one of my biggest disappointments with Picard, because I feel like they did it, but they didn't like 100% do it and hit it out of the home run and really make it. Because, I mean, the redemption's not the right word, but I'll use it. The redemption arc of Picard, not that he needed to be redeemed, but this whole...
Apparently he did. About the whole...
Well, yeah, the whole, like, the Romulan effort to save the Romulan people. To me, that never got... Like, there's a lot to that. I mean, he has the refugees. The world turned against him. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Don't Look Up recently on Netflix. But there's a kind of a bit of, like, that, where it's like, the Romulan supernova, and then they're going to be refugees, and everyone's like, then the android uprising, and everyone's like, who cares? And then everyone dies, and no one seems to care, except for Picard, and then Picard retires and goes home. But, I mean, that's such a hard Star Trek thing that you could play with, and they did a little bit, but there still wasn't any kind of reckoning. I mean, because Picard was right, because he's the Picard, but there was no reckoning of Starfleet, of the Federation, right. of society. I mean, and me, I don't like to do the messing up the utopia, but this was an avenue to do it. Yeah. Of criticizing Federation or Starfleet, however you want to look at it, of ignoring the Romulan threat and leaving these people behind and playing with that. And we did a little, but...
I mean, how cool would it have been if season 1 of Picard was the push to get the fleet ready to save Romulus, and it literally, the end of the season is the droid uprising, and then we just show the supernova going, and then season 2 we jump 10 years later, and like, just that would have been amazing.
Season 1 ends with Picard going to the vineyard and hanging it up, and
yeah, like that would have. I would have been like, what's going to happen? Like that would have been so cool.
Yeah. That would have been a very dramatic and interesting way to tell a story. But Picard, for some reason, goes through this whole thing of like setting all this stuff up and paying off none of it. Like nothing gets paid off in Picard. It ends, the whole season ends with this weird like 2-part episode on a android planet with flowers shooting at each other. And you're like, what the heck? What was the point of this story? I don't know what we were trying to... Like you said, Philip, there was no reckoning that Starfleet had to struggle with. There was no greater point of like helping others in sacrifice of yourself. There was no like message or anything. It was just, I guess the point of the story is that Data dies again. And as a TNG fan, I'm like, I don't want to see this, man. Who wants to see this? I don't know who wants to see this. Is so weird.
I mean, Star Trek is people, amazing people doing their amazing job in space. And we get to watch. And we pretty much got none of that. We got like burned out, cast out Picard in a ragtag group of people on a ship that has no saucer. And
is that your biggest gripe, Darren? And I think and I'm forgetting people's names, but that's nothing against the series. The captain, Rios? That's not his name, is it?
Yeah.
Rios. Interesting. I mean, not my favorite, but I think there's a lot you can play with that they didn't necessarily play with. Because he's sort of the bad boy, but he's a former good boy. This
kind of the Mal. Mal Reynolds.
And then he could play with that a little bit more, but he didn't get that much time. Again, Dr. Death, I'm not necessarily... I don't think she's bad, but she wasn't necessarily my favorite. She's sort of the Tilly character of the group, which is not necessarily my favorite. And then you had Romulan Killboy. Again, cool character, but he just has a sword and kills people, which is good. But he got like 3 lines in the whole series. I'm pretty sure.
I was thinking you were talking about the other Romulan on the show.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the good boy, the good one.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I mean, potentially because he probably said 10 words the whole season. So
hang on. Choose to please.
Yeah.
Choose to live. That's only 5. Oh, I guess he said it twice.
He said it twice.
Maybe that's
you told me to stay. I think that was it.
I mean, even having 7.
You forgot Rafi.
Like we got 7 there, but I don't know.
Listen,
at
sorry,
its core,
Darren,
no, go for it.
I'm going to interrupt you. Just because you brought it up. If you told me that there was going to be if you told me 2 years ago there's going to be a show that has...
You know what character we haven't explored enough?
And 7... Well, I know. But whatever. There's a board connection there, so it's an easy thing. You don't have to do the hard work, writers. All the setup is
You have
there.
Hugh, 7, and Picard in the same room, and you can't make it amazing.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, James.
And right before you leave the room, you go, "You're not going to kill any of them, are you?"
Oh, boy. Or traumatically destroy their psyche, or also turn them into a robot, dead body person. Yeah, why?
By the way, okay, just to bring up horrible times in history. So and I know he didn't stay dead, but at the time we didn't know that. Killing Culber and killing Hugh. I mean, those are 2 things where I'm just like, I'm not...
Or even killing...
No, done, bye.
What's his name? Data's friend.
Maddox?
Maddox. Even killing Maddox. Like, why? Like, I mean, at its core,
the Spock
Picard spent so much time setting up an awesome backstory to the current time just to make it all make sense that we all fell in love with the backstory more than the actual story. Yeah.
Why? And then you kill off this character that has already been established with one of your main characters, and then expect us to sympathize with them.
Yeah.
Why? I guess killing the characters is easy drama. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it is terribly frustrating to watch if you're just gonna go for the cheap gut punch. I guess. Like, oh, we're gonna kill Icheb in this gruesome, terrible way, and it's like, okay, I guess, man. Like, if you do you, but like that, you're starting to cheapen that loss. It doesn't feel that way anymore. It's like,
because I think of shows that do that, and again, look, it can be its own thing. It could be starting its own thing, but all I can do is compare. I think of Walking Dead. And I think of Game of Thrones, but I didn't watch, but I get the gist of it. But I think the point there is that you kill off people that no one is safe, and that's the vibe of both of those shows. That you don't know what's going to happen, no one's safe. But like that's not Star Trek.
Not Star Trek.
I shouldn't be scared the whole time I'm watching Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think all that is to say that we probably are a little jaded for season 2. And I'm excited to see Q and Picard together again, of course, but I don't trust that they're not going to like turn him into a rabbit and step on his face. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know where they're going to go. And maybe it'll be great. I always like to say that. I try to stay positive, but Well,
the disappointment, again, it may be great and wonderful, but the disappointment that I have with the direction that the previous show is that I want to see this world, this 25th century. Like, I want to explore what's going on and what's making, but it's sort of like, I'm going to go back in time to 2021. I'm like, okay. I mean, but like, that's okay. How am I learning more about these characters if I don't see them in their natural setting? Like, Anish, is that her name? The android.
No, that's from Insurrection.
Oh, sorry. What's the android's woman's name?
Oh, Data. What is her name?
So-called Data's daughter. But anyway, I really liked her. I mean, she obviously was the focus for a lot of it, and I think at the end it kind of went downhill. But I think she's one of the most interesting characters. But
Brent Spiner's still alive, right? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not sorry.
Yeah.
Brent Spiner. Sorry, that was a confusing question.
The actor?
Not the actor.
Dr. Noonian, whatever he is.
Soon the 14th or whatever. His character is still alive.
Yes.
In universe, right?
On the android planet. Yeah.
I'm curious if he's going to be involved.
Dr. Alton Igniosung.
Whatever. That's enough Picard.
Who's the vice president? Jerry Lewis?
Well, last thing I will say, not to do to fan service for fan service sake, other than maybe getting Guinan and then maybe time travel. She's in 2021 maybe. But I mean, it kind of precludes any other TNG people or even Star Trek franchise people if we're in the past, right? I mean, not like going to bump into Geordi in 2021.
I don't know.
And I'm not saying, could they need to, but I mean, come on now,
And I'm worried because if you had sent any of the TNG cast to that era, I felt we would have gotten something like when Voyager did it, where it's like fun and it's interesting. With all of these people going back, I don't think it's going to be fun. I think
it's Nazi Planet or something. I don't know.
Or not even that. Just I don't feel like they're going to have fun with that episode or those episodes. It's just going to be they're going to squander that opportunity.
And it was like the one trailer that we got. Again, we're supposing here, but the one trailer that we got was so hyper focused on time travel back to our current time that we don't. It may be the case that that's the whole season. They might find themselves stranded in, which would be awful. I'm sorry, it just would be. Nobody wants to see that. We don't want to see that. Sorry. Like Star Trek 4 was great. Like you mentioned, Darren, the Voyager episode. I can't remember.
Future's End?
Future Tense, I think.
Yeah, whatever. That's great. You can do it for an episode or two, maybe a movie. Don't do it for a whole season. Please, God. Don't do it.
Do it for like it's 10 episodes in season 2. So do it for like 3 max.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you have a compelling story for a reason for them to go back. Like, I don't know what lesson Q is going to learn in 2021, but I guess we'll find out. But whatever.
Yeah.
Fine. I want to talk real quick about two quick things. I want to talk about the movie, and I want to talk about, like, listen, we can't get a schedule for Star Trek beyond February. Like, it's impossible. It doesn't exist right now.
Can't do it.
So there is definitely a really good chance that we're going to get blindsided with a nice surprise. I don't know what that is. A new show, a new movie. I don't know what it is. But if you could open your mind to the possibility, what would you like to see if they came out today and said, we're doing a short
video game.
There you go. Well, we already got the video game. There you go.
Another video game.
If they came out today and said, we're doing a short Trek season set in 90s Trek, or we're doing Spock.
They can't do that because everyone would love that season more than any other current Star Trek that's out right now.
I'm just saying, if you could just stretch your minds for a minute to think about, what do you want? Go ahead, Derek.
You know what I would love? This is crazy, but I'll go for it. If they announced, so it's going to be 2022, and it'd have to be like a lot of lead time. So I don't know, in 2023 or early 2023, we will be doing 5 short treks. We are opening up this to spec writers.
Classic.
It would be like, you'd have your choices of like, it has to be set in Discovery, it has to be set in, whatever they want to do.
No limits.
Well, I mean,
you want
the other ones who have to make it.
Cisco back on a tiny CGI set of the station. Go for it.
But wouldn't that be like the coolest fan thing ever? Like, they just have, because like I think. Not that they've done this, but I think the feeling of Short Trek, at least what they were trying to do with short films of Trek, is to kind of experiment, do something a little crazy, weird. And I mean, we had with the I forget, it wasn't my favorite, but it was different. The animated, little Michael's being told a story by her parents, and it's sort of the story about this, and whatever, But I mean, like, to me, that would have been like a cool fan written thing, But anyway, I think that'd be cool.
Short Treks was great, and I wish I agree with you in any capacity would be awesome. But yeah, definitely fan written stuff. Maybe that'd be something different because it seems like getting a lot of sameness in the Star Trek writing right now. So mix it up a little bit. What about you, Darren? You got any crazy off the wall ideas for something that we could get that we're not expecting? Maybe like a Voyager reunion show or
the documentary.
Oh well, we already know.
Yeah, I would say something like that.
Coming out next year.
What I would like to see is, like on Disney Plus right now, you have these kind of companion shows to the shows that are out right now. So like there's like Making Marvel or whatever it's called exactly, but it's about like if you watch it, you'll have an episode on each of the Marvel movies that has been out, and it's like all behind the scenes and all. It's basically like where the DVD extras have become, because a lot of the stuff is not released like that anymore. And you have that for Marvel, you have that for Star Wars, and for like the television shows. I want something like that. You on Paramount Plus, where it's just a running show that is like DVD extra focus on all the stuff that's happening. I want to see behind the scenes stuff from Picard and Discovery and the animators storyboarding stuff for Prodigy and all of that. Like, show us it. Like, my goodness, how many, like, think of how much we loved when the Blu-rays for Next Gen came out, and they were just packed full with commentaries and extra features and all sorts of cool stuff. Like, give us that stuff, put a second unit on it or whatever. And that's what streaming is all about, is that you have a channel now, you have a venue to release this stuff. Because, I mean, I know you're still releasing Discovery on disc and stuff, but even just take it from there and put it on Paramount Plus. I would like to see that. Like, I don't know exactly what they call, like Stage 9 or whatever they want to call it. Even though we don't shoot in America anymore. Just do something.
Could have the Canadian name. I don't know.
Yeah. Stage 9.
Vancouver 9.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, I mean, like, because the Marvel shows do that. Because they just do, like, one per Marvel show. So
yeah, one episode per show. Yeah.
But, what you're talking about, Darren, is what Doctor Who did back in the day. I mean, by, like, 5 years ago. They used to have Doctor Who Confidential. And that's what it was. After Doctor Who, they would have, like, a short about that episode.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because you can either do it for the whole season or do it per episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, what a great concept too. Like, why not? You have all of these shows going. Just literally get like 10 people on it with a camera behind the scenes, record that stuff. We would eat it up.
We'd totally eat it up.
Just,
and they've been showing little bits of that, like in promos and whatnot. But like, just give it some form and structure. And like, I would love to sit down in the Prodigy writers room, and they're talking about like, how do we get our characters here on the Protostar? How do we get them together, and how do we do that? And Lower Decks, like, and Lower Deck should be like the most meta of them all, where like they're literally like a wall of Post-it notes of references, and they're literally throwing darts. Like that's not actually what they do, but make it look like that's what they do, where they're just trying to, we need another reference. Q shows up for 2 seconds. Okay, there we go.
See, I would love that because I'm blanking on her real name, which is weird because I have a huge crush on her. But Mariner, her name in real life, she does a Star Trek podcast. So I mean, like she knows she's a good host. She's a good Tawny.
Yeah.
She's a good host. So I want her to host that in uniform. In her,
yeah.
So her and Jack. I mean, they could do it.
She has a
her
magical device. Yeah. She walks through and she turns into animated. You know, it's the exact same thing.
Hey, what'd you do to me?
What is the name of the show that Will Wheaton does after
the Ready Room?
The Ready? No, is that what it's called? Yeah,
okay. I think so.
Just you could use that apparatus. Just turn that.
That is true. I had forgotten about the Ready Room.
That's just more of an
that
interview, isn't it?
Basically more of like a commercial, essentially. But yeah, you could use him in that.
That's true. I don't want to discount that because that is basically what I'm inferring. But I'm meaning more like a documentary video sort. Yeah. That's like an interview portion of that. But yeah, it's like halfway there. I want the other.
Yeah,
half.
you could
on the set. I think.
Yeah, or like show the people, putting together the CG ships and how they're like, and pick like the Battle of the Binary Stars, even though it was the first one. Like, just
well, you see what I did here was I made one ship and then I highlighted it, Control C, and then I went Control V.
Okay, that's why I said the Battle of the Binary Stars, not the Picard. Oh, you know what? I would give them props if they leaned into it and they said like, here's all we did for Battle of the Binary, and they're like, and then in the future we get to Picard, and you literally just a tight shot of the keyboard, and it's just Control V. Like, you know what? Just own it. And lean it into it.
Not a lot of people know there's a Control special button where you can paste like 50.
Like, well, the problem was we were running out of time and we needed more ships. So you know what we did?
Problem was I waited to the last minute, and I'm going to tell you what, I need this job. I need it bad. So,
honestly, I would respect them more just for leaning into it than trying to cover it up. But,
there's a documentary series that Microsoft has just released about the story of the Xbox.
Oh,
and it's actually really well done, and also is kind of what's the word?
Self-deprecating
in a lot of ways. Like they like take the piss out of themselves all the time, and it's like really well done.
And that's part of the story. Like we all know the battle stories of the Xbox. Like it wasn't a perfect launch of anything, but
and you could do the same thing with Star Trek. Not everything was perfect. Just like show it. People want to see that. Like people respond to genuineness. Like they like to see
or show like real. How did you convince Patrick Stewart to come back? Like, what was that meeting like?
Yes, exactly.
Like what, like how many times did you have to shove the script across him and be like, no, this line, no further, you must come back, and just have fun, because think of like 90s Trek. Like there was like, there were the Yakutas and there was Drexler. Like there's all these people who were like fanboys who were making it. Focus on those people.
The personalities.
Who are just so excited. And I'm not saying those specific people, those types of people is what I mean. Like there's got to be people like that who are on the current shows that we want to get to know. We should know them just as well for this generation of Star Trek.
Yeah, that's exactly right too, because it feels like almost monolithic in nature.
Like it's still behind a veil. Like we're not really allowed to know how exactly things are going on. It's like, but this is the era of us knowing what's going on.
I would say Mike McMahon has pushed through a lot of that.
He's active on Twitter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's one of those personalities. Like he's like driving that show with it, like his personality. You do the same.
Does a lot of interviews.
Yeah,
true. So.
Dresses up for each and every one of them. I'm going to tell you guys. It's a joke. He doesn't.
Here's my real quick, like we're kind of going over overtime here. I want to talk about two quick things. I want to say my off the wall idea, which was a follow up series.
Time traveling Picard. That's nuts.
No, follow up series to Enterprise. Paramount already owns Jonathan Archer, actor man. What's his name?
Bakula.
Scott Bakula. He's already on whatever it is. New Orleans, CSI, NBC, MSNBC.
Whatever.
Wait, let's start the recording again. Now that you know the answers to the question.
Let him go for a year. Let's get some President Archer political intrigue. Awesome show.
Oh, what would it be called? So, like, the West Wing, right? It's the West Wing of the White House. What is, like, Federation headquarters?
Well,
it's the Eiffel Tower, right?
Palace de la Concorde or something. Like, they say it in the books. Like, that's the name of... when they
Under the tower. There you go.
The house of the president.
Because it's in Paris.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool and super different. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to bring that up.
And then you have like another main lead that's like running Starfleet Academy, so you're bouncing between San Francisco and
you could even bring back Captain Hernandez. Was that her name? You could even bring her back. She could be Admiral Hernandez or something. You know,
you could have a progenitor of Picard, not played by Patrick Stewart, of course, but played by some other person. Interesting. If you're going to set it in France, why not?
A Picard.
Yeah.
A Picard. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
and
funny.
played by Patrick Stewart. I see.
Or Tom Hardy.
Yeah, or Tom Hardy.
Or Tom Hardy. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's just my quick. You know what? Actually, that might be a really fun thing to do for a
plan that
episode.
Casting that show.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. If they do Star Trek 4, the movie, what do you want to see?
What do I want to see?
I don't know.
Give you options. I always tell my wife, you have to give me options. So the options, I guess, are continued Kelvinverse, or continue, something Prime.
No, I assume
or
Star
something
Trek 4,
Kelvin.
I assume it's going to be
Kelvin 4.
If they happen to manage it, like those people are still whatever under contract, possibly. Let's just say that it is a continuation of Beyond. It's the next.
I have my
Beyond.
answer. Okay. I want to do a Yesterday's Enterprise style crossover extravaganza where it opens up and some temporal rift stuff happens, and we're gonna have.
Where did you get that red matter? Oh no!
But we're gonna have
the Nexus.
Yeah, something intermixes, so we're gonna pull people. This is gonna be the big push. We're gonna pull.
Wait, is this
from
Spider-Man?
Sure.
But we get William Shatner in it. We get at different ages. We pull in all sorts of different characters.
Will there also be animated Shatner?
Sure.
Animated Kirk from TAS.
Sure. I don't know, something like that. Something like that would be fun. Just play with the people you actually have while they're still here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd like to see that. I don't know if it makes more sense for them to do it during a movie than during like all of the shows they have. I'm not sure, but I think that's a really good idea.
Who has the most versions of their characters where everyone is still alive?
You mean like in pop culture?
No, in Star Trek.
Okay.
If you did this, who has the most versions that are still alive? So who are you using?
Probably Frakes. Or Dorn.
No.
Wait, what? No. I don't understand the question.
So in the Kelvinverse, so the TOS Kelvinverse, who has the most versions of their characters? How many Kirks? How many people played Kirk? How many people played Spock? How many people played her? That are still alive?
Well, do you count like the one-offs, like the one episode? Okay. Heck yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, what do we only have two Kirks. We have two Kirks. That's it. 3 Kirks if you count Baby Kirk from 2009. Well, there are 4 Kirks. Baby Kirk, Young Kirk, 2009.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, those don't count. You don't want to bring those people in.
I guess technically, I know Nichelle's not in good health. Technically, with her, because you have her version on Strange New Worlds. Then you have Kelvinverse, and you have TOS.
Tap into time travel. You could also have it be a moment where Kirk has the option to save his father. We could bring in Chris Hemsworth again.
Oh, see, this is the original.
That was the rumor. That's kind of what they were.
But if he does, he's going to undo.
Okay, so that's also the other theory is if they do a 4th movie, they could close the loop.
Oh, collapse it in on itself.
Eliminating the Kelvin universe from.
I mean, look, I suppose it's not in my favorite. I'm not don't want to kill it just because I don't like it.
Well, it also just whatever. I mean, you do it because it's kind of an interesting thing to do, and it also makes it so everybody doesn't. The only
problem with that is like how much budget you're gonna have to spend on Chris Hemsworth now versus what you did in 2009.
Well, see, he's gonna do what? He's gonna do Thor 4. I don't know if he's doing if he's in Guardians or not. But then he'll be hanging up his Marvel hat.
He is in Guardians. Yep.
So I mean, he'll be hanging up his Marvel hat.
Well,
so
that doesn't
he'll be available.
mean he's cheap. It just
we don't
means
know.
He's
actually,
free. Or available.
He's available. Yeah. I'm not sure what I want to see. I don't. A close the loop story might be good. I don't want to see Shatner. I don't know. I think the father aspect is interesting. I think that would be kind of a neat way to go. Kind of a time travel-y, I can save my dad's story.
I already feel like Kirk kind of grew out of that, though. Like, I feel like the Kirk we got in
Beyond
the movie, like,
he
doesn't
was
really
mature
need to undo that demon. Like, that's not really part of his past anymore.
Then what do we see? Like the destruction of the Enterprise? Like what is?
We've seen that so many times, Dan.
No, guys, the rule is, it has to follow the original movie, so they're gonna have to go back in time.
Whales.
Do whales?
Some whales.
Could do whales. That could be interesting. Like kind of almost like not shot for shot, but beat for beat remake of Star Trek 4.
They go back to 2021.
Yeah, could be kind of.
They bump into Picard. Oh my God, guys! They bump into Picard.
No, this is.
We've done it.
This is for fun, and it's and it has an environmental message.
Oh, of course, it has an environmental message.
That might be kind of fun. I think that would. Okay, that's what I vote. Okay. Anyways, that's it.
Oh, and then you have.
I want to see Carl Urban doing McCoy in that. In those scenes.
Yeah.
My God, man!
What do you do with that? Yeah. No. I want to see. Was it Catherine Hicks? Bring her in as some cameo role, like just because she's still,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes. You could have her play the same role. I'm talking about like
I'm still trying to save the whells.
No. She's not. She
alternate universe. Yeah.
Yeah, alternate universe. She's just older, and she never
met Kirk.
Yeah, right. Universe. And so she's still trying to save the whales, and and then you just remove that like romantic element and still have her have fun. That'd be cool. Yeah. Why not? Give her a job. There you go. That'd be great. Yeah.
Love it.
Anyways, that's it. Anything else before we close out the show, guys? 2021 is over. 2022 is impending.
Another year closer to first contact.
Right. Anything else we want to talk about?
Lots good. Good. Lots of Star Trek coming in 2022, and that's a good thing. Whatever we think of it, it's better to have a thriving franchise than a dying franchise. So all things to look forward to and pick and choose.
Sure. We are a long way from the 2014s of the universe where
that is true.
The post-Enterprise era.
It was just nothing all the time. So, okay. Darren, if people want to get a hold of you to find out what Star Trek you like the best, how would they find you?
They can find me on my website, drsci-fi.com, or listen to me here on the network talking Star Trek here on City Alpha 3, talking being a maker on Maker's Method, or movies on House Lights.
And Philip, if people wanted to find out what your favorite Star Trek was, how would they find you?
It's TNG, obviously. They can find me on Twitter at NCPublicServant.
And if people wanted to know what my favorite Star Trek was as well, they could find me on Twitter, 1UpDan. That is the number 1 and not the word. We will catch you all next year. Thanks for listening. I'm Daniel Prue.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Darren Moser.
Stranded here on SETI Alpha 3.